Okay, I'm putting this big block Chevy together today. I just want to go over a little part of it. I want to go over the oil pump and stuff like that before I carry on with the complete assembly. So a few things you need to know. First of all, in my opinion, do not use the factory drive. Get yourself a good ARP unit, okay? Also check the length of it to compare it with your original one you pulled out. I have seen where they have been not ARP, but other ones where they've been too short, where they've put the small block Chevy one in by accident, in which case it won't drive. The distributor won't reach it. Second of all, the oil pump. So this particular unit I'm using here is a high volume one. It's a new part. You still have to disassemble this thing, clean it very well, lube it up really good, and stick the thing back together. They're just, they're usually pretty clean, but you never know. There could be some stuff in there. So the next thing is the pickup. Do not, under any circumstances, bolt this down and then drive that pickup in. If you do not break this, you're sure to crack it, damage it, or something. This has to be installed off the engine. So I'm just going to show you. They can be a little bit of a struggle, but I'm going to show you how I do it. It works really good for me. Okay, so how I always do it is I see people, they'll try to hold this thing. They'll take a wrench and they'll put it over that edge and they'll sit there and they'll try to tap and get the thing to center up. For me, that's never worked very well. What I'll do is I'll take it and I'll just set it in a vise. I'm not going to tighten the vise up. I'm just going to snug it so the ridge, the lip on the pickup tube is supported by the jaws. And then I will take my dead blow hammer and I'll drive this gently down into place. I can twist it to line it up and all that kind of stuff. I'll start by assembling it. Now let me show you here like this, where this is level angle-wise to the mounting flange. Okay. Okay, then get yourself a nice dead blow hammer. Do not go bashing this thing on with a steel hammer. And then I'll just gently tap it on. You can line it up, get it going in nice and straight and true. It actually does not take much force to get the thing on. Okay. Very important. Do not put the thing all the way on. I'm going to put it halfway in and I'll show you why. Now also, very important, we put our drive in. When you are putting your pump on, utmost importance, take something, I'm just going to use this little Allen key, and I'm going to go down through the boss, the hole where you put your pump, because that goes right down to that bearing. So then I'm going to hold that and see how deep it is, and I'm going to compare that to the length of the bolt. If for some reason, let's say you got a new ARP bolt stud. It could be the wrong one in the package, or maybe you've bought a GM one, or maybe you're reusing the old one, right? You got it mixed up. If it's too long and you tighten this up, it's going to push on the back side of that bearing. It's going to destroy everything. So now I'm just going to bolt this on. You run it in there finger tight. Okay. I'm going to check the orientation of this. Moved a little bit. I'm going to bring that up until it is parallel to my deck surface. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of clay and I'm going to mount it on here. Okay. And then we're going to lay our oil pan on there, and we're going to see what we get for clearance. I do it without the gasket. We can just add that to our number later. Okay. And that's going to squish the clay down now. Take our clay out. And measure the thickness of our clay, our indent. We have 3/8 of an inch where we're at. So now that we know we have proper depth clearance between the bottom of the pickup and the bottom of the pan, we're going to go ahead, put it back in our vise. We're going to push it down the rest of the way. And then we're going to go over and we're going to put a little spot weld on that surface right there. Just a little spot weld right there. We're going to come back and install it with our new aftermarket heavy-duty pump drive. We're going to torque it to factory specs, put a little bit of Loctite. We're not going to put Loctite right at the bottom. We're going to put the Loctite down a few threads so it doesn't squeeze down under the bearing. Just a little bit, doesn't take much. And that's it. That's how I install my oil pumps. It's how I put my pickup tube on. It's how I put a little spot weld to ensure that does not vibrate loose. We cleaned it, made sure there was no foreign particles in there. Good heavy-duty aftermarket drive. And, well, this is a bolt, but on final assembly, I will use an ARP stud. Okay, that's all for that, everyone. Thank you.